Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and Fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do another episode of Spider Slayer's Haul. That's right, guys, we are now on episode number 28. And for you folks that have not seen me do this series before, this is the video series where I show you each and every week the comic books that I picked up. So before we get started, guys, I just wanted to let you all know that sorry for the lack of videos on Comic Frontline this week, but we're on the cusp of having a major hurricane here in Florida, Hurricane Matthew. It is going to be a Category 4 when it comes as close as it's coming, and I've been preparing, getting the house ready, getting groceries, getting all that stuff. So it's interfered with my reading, my comic reviewing, and all that great stuff. So as long as I can fit videos in there, guys, I'll make sure I'll get them out there for you. Until then, everything will be back on schedule again back next week. So with that being said, no more dilly-dallying. Let's get through this week's haul. So here we go, guys. We have the actual bag 1, and I think there's a bag number 2. There's actually two bags in here. So first things first, we're going to reveal this bag here. So I think this has most of the stuff in it. All right, bag goes on the floor. And just to let you know, I just cleaned my entire garage. I found all kinds of stuff on the floor. It was insane. But first things first that we're going to talk about is The Walking Dead, issue number 159. Yes. This continues the Whisperer War. This is part 3 of 6. It's been a really good series so far. Just one of the things that's been going on is that there's so many plot points and there's so much paneling, it kind of overwhelms what's going on with the series right now. But nevertheless, it is still a good event for The Walking Dead. I'm looking forward to see how it ends. I think at the end of the last issue, we got to see Beta and we got to see Negan, battle with each other, or it looks like they were going to start a fight. So really interested in that. All right. Next book we're going to talk about is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe, issue number 2. I thought this book was good. The first one was maybe not the way I wanted a number 1 issue, but it still gave me enough to want the second issue. So I'm going to see where this one actually goes. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see what happens with it. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 2. All right. Next, we have Superman, issue number 8. This is a beautiful cover. Father-son fighting a dinosaur. I mean, what kind of cover is that? That is awesome right there. I mean, where in your wildest dreams would you ever sit there and fight it alongside your son doing battle against a dinosaur? I guess no one, except unless you're Superman. But really nice looking cover. Probably one of my favorite covers of the week. Love the way Superman is being written these days. And it's so much better than New 52 Superman. And Peter J. Tomasi's been hitting it out of the park. So Superman issue number 8. All right, next we wind up getting Spidey issue number 11. If you're looking for classic Spider-Man, no Superior Spider-Man, no Peter Parker Industry Spider-Man, you just want good old classic Spider-Man, this is the series for you. In this issue, it looks like he's doing battle against the Scorpion. And the Scorpion's always been one of my favorite villains. I love the way his costume is. I love the stinger. Just a really awesome character. Looking forward to reading issue number 11 of Spidey. All right, next we have Revolution continues. This is issue number 2. As you got to see in the last issue, Rom the Space Knight just blow up all kinds of people, and the Autobots are sitting there going, okay, what's up with this guy? He's not one of us, even though the G.I. Joes think he is. We got to get to the bottom of this. So I'm looking forward to seeing where Revolution issue number 2 goes, and this is, again, issue number 2. All right, next we have Paper Girls, issue number 10. Awesome series. Has a little throwback of the 80s, but then it goes back into present day. And now it looks like it's going to go into the future when you read the end of the last issue. And I think, I'm not sure, but this might be the last part of the story arc until I don't know, a few months from now. I could be wrong. There could be another issue. Let me actually check without spoiling it for myself here. See if I can check it out. Yeah, Paper Girls, it says on sale 2/1/17. So it looks like we're not going to get another issue of this until February. That's a day before my birthday. So yeah, this is Paper Girls issue number 10. That sucks. All right, next. Oh, it's starting. It's all now. It's Marvel now again, and I wound up getting Jessica Jones issue number 1. I think I read most of the original series from Jessica Jones, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this is going to be about this time around. The artwork is the same, I think, as the first series. If it's not the same artist, it's very similar style. Some of you may not be a fan of this particular artwork. It's very like smudgy, a little thick on the art, but the story is there when it comes to Jessica Jones. So again, this is issue number 1. Looking forward to seeing what's going on here. All right, next we get the second Marvel Now title of the week, and this goes to Champions issue number 1, as it brings together the young heroes of the Marvel Universe, where we get to see, I think it's Viv, and we see Sam Alexander, Kamala Khan, we get to see Cyclops, Amadeus Chu, and Miles on there. And so this will be interesting to see how all these players work together. I'm hoping that you know, this book is written by Mark Waid better than it is with than his Avengers run, because that was a very poor run in my opinion. And when it comes to the Marvel Now titles that came out this week, these are the only 2 that I purchased. I'm not going to go all out when it comes to Marvel Now, because I'm not that interested in a lot of these titles. And again, for $5, you've got to be really picky choosy on which books you are going to purchase. Artwork is done by Roberto Ramos in this book. And I like Roberto Ramos's artwork. I think it's very distinctive. His characters, you know, tend to be a little bit over-exaggerated, but I like his facial expressions and whatnot. So we'll see where this one goes. This is issue 1 of Champions. All right, next is all new, all different Marvel. Now going back to there. So it's just like we still got Civil War being released, but we got the Marvel Now stuff coming on, and it's mixed with all new, all different Marvel. And we have Invincible Iron Man issue number 14. Last issue was pretty good, as we got to see Tony Stark relive his days with Rhodey. And I thought finally they played tribute to the character in the right way. So we'll see where this one goes as well. Again, I'm just not a fan of Dedato's artwork when it comes to this series. An Iron Man book should not be so dark. It should have lots of detail in it. So this is Invincible Iron Man issue 14. All right, next, sexiest cover of the week goes to Grim Tales of Terror, Volume 2, issue number 13, Unlucky 13. This one says Pickford's Model. I'm not even sure what's going on in there. I'm sorry, Pickford's Model. I honestly don't know how to read. I have problems. Yeah. Grim Tales of Terror, very good horror book. You know, when it comes to it, reminds you of those one-shot stories from Tales from the Crypt and whatnot. You can be picky, choosy on which books you get. If a story doesn't tickle your fancy, then you can skip one for a month and then go out and pick the next one. So this is issue Unlucky number 13. All right, next goes to Green Lanterns, issue number 8. I got the Halloween cover this week, as we get to see Jessica and Simon dressing up, using their rings, and then you get to see little kitties dressed up as their favorite superheroes on the cover as well, and then you get to see the Guardian in the background. So really nice cover here. We only got to see the first part of this new story, which is called Family Matters. It looks like things are going to probably develop going forward, and yeah, looking forward to it. So Green Lanterns issue number 8. All right, next we have, oh yeah, I guess I forgot about this one. Death of X, issue number 1 of 4. I wasn't going to pick it up originally, but then I'm like, I I just got suckered in. I'm so desperate for some good Marvel that I had to pick this up and see what it's about. It's only 4 issues. Yes, it's $5. But, you know, we're going to see what's going on with the whole thing with Scott Summers and the Inhumans and all this other nonsense. When you open it up, though, it's pretty good artwork. The characters look a little too happy, in my opinion. You know, it's just like, hey, the Earth is coming to an end. Yay! You know, like, what's going on there? Why are they smiling so much? Like, what's happening? You know, aren't they in battle with each other? Like, what's happening there? So, looking forward to this one. This is Death of X, issue number 1 of 4. All right, next is Cyborg issue number 2. Really been enjoying this series so far. It has to do more of the human side of Victor Stone, which I can appreciate, not so much about the robotic side. And at the end of the last issue, you got to see this big, gigantic, like, cybernetic monster creature go after Cyborg and put him right back in battle again. So we'll see where this one goes. I'm trying to find out who the evil Cyborg is. Is it his dad? Is it like another version of himself? I don't know, but this is an interesting title, and this is issue number 2 of Cyborg. All right, next we have a new independent for the week, and this is called Cannibal, issue number 1. This is written by Brian Buccellato, and I think this might be a really good book because it takes place in Florida, where I am, and it says here in the book in the beginning, it says somewhere in Florida. Well, based off of the location, when you see that first panel, if you lived in Florida, there's the Everglades, and based off of that, it looks like it takes place in the Everglades. So this is an interesting book. Again, I've been trying more of these independent comic books to fill the void of Marvel Comics. So we'll see what this one is about. So this is issue number 1 of Cannibal. All right, next we have Batman, Night of the Monster Men, part, where are we? Part 4. I only read part of the first issue. I only really got this book just to continue my run of Batman. I've been reading and continuing and collecting Batman comics since I started reading DC Comics when the New 52 came out, and I haven't missed a single issue, so I'm not going to do that here. So I definitely just wanted to continue that. But really interesting cover of this is they're battling some weird, gigantic Godzilla-like monster that has like 8 arms or 6 arms. I don't know. I can't count. So I can't read and I can't count today either. It's just I got this hurricane on my brain, so it's crazy. So yeah, this is Batman issue number 8. All right, next we wound up getting the Unstoppable Aquaman, if you want to call it that. This is Unstoppable Part 1. This is the new story arc that's going on. Yeah, he looks like he's doing battle against some creature. That's the way it was left off in the last issue of Aquaman. The story's been really good. I love for what Arthur believes in, and he stayed true to that. It's a very emotional book, and I love his relationship with Mira in this book. And so I'm continuing to read it, and this is issue number 8, the longest running Aquaman book I've ever read. All right, next we'll go back to Marvel, and right here we're talking about the Amazing Spider-Man Before Dead No More. And it says, plus a bonus, Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy by Dan Slott and Javier Garrón. So there's an extra story in here. Maybe that's leading up to the whole clone conspiracy. Who are we going to see as a clone? Aunt May? The Scorpion? Venom? Kraven the Hunter? I mean, you name it. I'm sure anybody can be a clone at this point. Shit. For all as we know, Mary Jane is a clone, and that's not really the Mary Jane with the whole incident that happened back then when it erased the whole marriage. Who knows? So we'll see what happens. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 19. All right. Next, more Marvel. We have the all-new Wolverine, Enemy of the State, issue number 13. Doesn't have a Marvel or Civil War II tie-in tag on it. So that means there's a story going forward now? I hope so. Get some Tom Taylor good writing in there. So nice looking cover in here. Kind of looks like almost like a Freddy Krueger cover, just the way it's shown with the claws and everything. That's pretty nice. But I love this series. Great book. Love Tom Taylor as a writer. All new Wolverine, issue number 13. What else we got? Keeps going here. Spawn, issue number 266. Kind of continues right off the Savage Dragon issue I just read, as we see Malcolm Dragon bring home this character by the name of Ant, as they are revitalizing the character. This book is actually drawn by Eric Larson as well, and it has him teaming up with Spawn in this book. So this is the last issue that Larson will be drawing when it comes to Spawn. So looking forward to seeing how this whole three-way goes with the Ant, and yeah. So this is Spawn issue 266. All right, next we have, and last but not least, it's Thundercats, ho! Or if you're more familiar with this, by the power of Grayskull. And then He-Man would go, I have the power. And he would change Thundercat or whatever the little pussycat's name into Thundercat. And then now we got these two properties coming together from DC. We have He-Man and Thundercats. When I saw Thundercats, I'm like, yeah, man, I used to watch that show on TV when I was a kid all the time. Here's the interior artwork. It's a little bit not so fine. It's a little like airbrushed or whatnot, a little blurred in the coloring, but it is nice artwork, and the characters kind of look like their their TV counterparts, which I'm really looking forward to. There's Mumra there, so I'm really looking forward to this book. Just brings back the childhood, and yeah, He-Man and the Thundercats issue 1. And then let's see. No, I got more stuff. So I got this. I got these little punch outs when you got the champions of like Amadeus Cho and Viv and Miles Morales. You like punch them out and they stand on these stands. They did this before when I think Marvel Now came out, the first one, but whatever, it came with it. It's free. I'm not going to complain. And then I got the second bag. I think it's just bags and boards. What else did I get? Oh, there's a couple comics. So bags and boards, which is very important because where I kept my comics this past week, I just wanted to let you know, in my daughter's closet, that's where I kept them. That was like my closet. The air conditioning leaked, and it leaked through into the closet, and it got a lot of the boxes wet. Luckily, all the comics were protected. I only lost a couple of them, but they were worthless, so got lucky there. All right, so last but not least, I got a couple more of the She-Hulk issues. I wound up getting issue number 2 of She-Hulk. Really nice cover here, as obviously she's reading a Hulk book, and she talks to the audience, and she's like, boy, Cousin Bruce sure had to put up with a truckload of weirdos in his second issue. And so you got some weird guys sitting there in the background. I thought that was really cool. And then you got number 3 to boost her sales, where you got Spidey in there, and she sits there and goes, it's my 3rd issue. Time for an obligation guest star. And here is now. And Spidey's like, hey, kids, what's going on? So yeah, there you have it, guys. There's the Spider Slayers haul for the week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And now, guys, it's your turn to put in the comments below which books you picked up for the week, which ones you're most excited about reading, some that you're not so excited about reading. And once again, like I said, I'm going to try to get up any, if not some or none. I'll do my best to do reviews for you this week, guys, on my part of Comic Frontline. Of course, obviously, you guys stay safe from the storm. So, again, guys, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And don't forget to check out all the others comic book reviews and hauls and unboxings. And don't forget to check out our live show each and every Tuesday night, 9:30, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, guys, once again, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.